Hello and welcome, each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, multilinguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre, and joining me again is Morganne Rayne. Everybody probably already know her, but I can remind you that she is adept, visionary, spiritual guide, ceremonialist, and artist. So she is back again, and I'm very, very happy about that. We again managed to get together. Hello, Morgan. How
Yeah.
you been?
I've been very well, thank you. Welcome to everybody. I'm on the Pacific Northwest coast of things. It's absolutely beautiful. Everything's gardens are fat and flourishing. We've had so much beautiful sun. It's been hot, but I've been grateful because the garden's so alive and it's been enjoying the heat. So I hope everybody's enjoying where they are. So I'm so glad to be back. It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks, and I think everybody is going through ascension period and whatever, dealing with lots of stuff. I almost definitely did quite a lot of dealings over those few weeks when we didn't been together. So I think now hopefully it's starting to get settling in again in a new type of routines, and hopefully I will manage to do whatever I'm doing, very busy life
Right.
apart from videos and manage to do videos as well, maybe not as many as I used to, but still. Okay, Morgan, what you bring for us
Good.
today?
Okay. Well, I wanted to continue to cover the Lion's Gate, which began on July 26th, and it actually ends tomorrow. So we're still in the energy of the Lion's Gate. And I want to just read what I wrote about the Lion's Gate because I think it really encompasses. I don't want to leave anything out.
Okay.
One of the things that this does is it supercharges light codes. So we're still in that energy. So we might as well take advantage of this supercharge, right? Okay. The vortex allows supercharged light codes to flood our planet. So expect the following: higher consciousness awareness, enhanced intuition and psychic abilities, unexpected endings and new beginnings, feeling awakened, energized, and in alignment, and obviously seeing beautiful angelic number sequences like 1111, 222, 444. That's just abundance for me right now. Receiving prophetic messages through dreams, the ability to instantly manifest and alter your reality, frequent deja vu, synchronicities, and spiritual downloads, unexpected transition, and extremely positive transformations. So all that's really powerful. So those are the things we can expect. Now, it's all about consciousness, right? So if we move into that portal filled with fear and anger and all of that, that's more what you're going to reap. Right? So it's so important to take this time and transmute those lower density frequencies, like we've talked about before on the map of consciousness that is, on that lower end of the scale, right? Fear, shame, blame, greed, all of that stuff. It's important right now to really put that aside, do the healing work that you need to do on it, but move through this time as though you are ascending, right? We are ascending. We're not descending, we're ascending. So if you look at that map of consciousness, you want to ascend to where you want to go and be. And maybe some days your ascension is only going to take you to just kind of a state of neutrality, which is not a bad place to be in. Some days maybe your leveling up will be about unconditional love and peace and bliss, but sometimes maybe not. But take it up as much as you can. So in conjunction with all of that, it is set to bring a lot of positivity and chance to manifest things that you've always wanted in life. Isn't that beautiful? Well, so my question is, what do you want? What have you always wanted? What does your heart think about a lot? What's your heart's desire? So you need to think about what is it that you really want, so you know what to expect on the other side. You know what energy to put into what you want. You can take what you want and begin to nurture it and love it and give thanks for it. So this is all about that period of time. Okay. Manifestation allows you to put out your dreams and thoughts into the world to make sure that the universe helps you achieve the same thing. It is a way of making sure that subconsciously you are taking all the steps to make sure that you are able to achieve everything that you have been dreaming about. So on this last 2 days of this open portal, we'll obviously do a meditation at the end. But we'll take those things that we really have thought about. And for the listeners, I'd ask you to start thinking about that. And also, I'd ask you to get a pen and paper, because a lot of my work is work. And this is doing the work. So now, with all of that, we are in also now a super full moon, a full moon, super moon. So I bring both of these together because they tie together, and we can use those energies constructively for ourselves, especially as we're closing in on that portal that's open. We can use the full moon energies as well to enhance that. Okay, so we're moving to the full moon's in Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. Water bearer is like symbolizes that emotion, that deep emotion. It also signifies cleansing and purifying. If you think about water, it's also nourishing. Like if we don't have water, if we don't drink water, we get dehydrated. And if we stop drinking water, we will expire because we need water. We also need those deep emotions. We need to understand those deep emotions, not to be afraid to go for them. It's when we don't look at them, it's when we push them away, and when we say, I don't want to look at that the emotions are still there and they're still affecting our life, but we're just in denial of that. Better to say, oh yeah, here we are, I'm in sadness, or I'm in grief, or I'm in whatever, or I'm experiencing anger. It's best to say, oh, look where I am. Isn't this interesting? And be curious about that, so that you're not continually stuffing that down, because that will affect your life. And it'll affect your life and bite you in your butt when you're least expecting it. So it's so important to do what we call the shadow work. Look at those shadows, but bring them into the light. So when we bring them into the light, we're transforming them, which this period is all about, right? And all around us, I know so many people who are afraid right now, and they don't know what's happening. They're scared of what the government's doing and what the CDC is doing, the WHO is doing, and all that. None of that matters. None of that matters. What matters is you, your consciousness, where you are, and what you're bringing to the table. So we want to bring the fullness of our being to the table, so that we inject that out into our world. And when we do that, we affect everything in the world, everybody. We affect everybody. Okay. So the Aquarian energy is very strong during this full moon, and we can connect it to the gift of the water bearer. We can use the power of our breath to transform dense, heavy, negative, or grief-stricken energies around us into something lighter, hopeful, and more loving. And we've used breath work a lot here, because breath work is like, that's life. that just like water is life, breath is life. Because that's the first thing that happens when we breathe. And, I do ceremonies a lot. And one of the kinds of ceremonies I do are memorial services for people. And when I start out a memorial service, I use my drum and I do a heartbeat, right? I just do a heartbeat sound, because that's life. But what's the first indication of life is when a baby comes into the world, it goes, it breathes in life, right? And what's the last thing to go? The out breath. And then the heartbeat will cease. So the heartbeat starts, breath comes in, exhale, goes out. So it's a cycle of how we are. And when we are doing breath work, we're breathing in that life and we're breathing out the density. We're breathing out the negativity. We're breathing out the death that has existed within us, right? So breath is well, we all know I love my breath work. Okay, so this energy that's coming in right now, it's set to shake things up and bring instability to the things that we once considered stable. This is happening on more of a global level than a personal one. So the best way to navigate through all this energy is to remember the healing gifts that Aquarius can bring. So again, make sure that you're breathing, you are drinking plenty of water, you are allowing your emotions to come up. If you start feeling things, allow them to come up. So powerful. And then the thing to consider is control. Control. We like to control things, but the thing is, we can't control anything that's happening out there in the world, can we? Can you control any of that, Daiga?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
Not
not.
one. Right?
No.
To
be honest, I at the moment completely out of everything what happened in the world. I'm not there. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I know people who are believing in everything, all this mysterious another thing coming with monkeys or whatever. Yeah, they already wearing masks. They already do whatever they need to do. I just not buying into any of it. So
yeah, I didn't buy into any of what happened before, what the scare was before, or what the mandatory thing was. It's like, that all sounds very incorrect. And I think I was right about that. But I followed my guidance, like you're following your guidance, because that's the thing. I think that, and we can talk about the powers that be or evil or whatever it doesn't matter. Someone who's trying to control you, right, are those outside forces. They're trying to control you. If you give them your attention, they win. Right? If you give them your energy, they win. If you give them even your anger, they win, because you're feeding them. Best thing to do is exactly what you're doing. Turn away from it. You can't control it. You can't do anything. And you certainly don't want to be feeding it. So what we want to do is we are here to create a new way of being. And that starts within each and every one of us. And for us right now, we're given these beautiful cosmic opportunities to assist us as humanity to experience a life of what sovereignty and freedom. And, the thing is, humanity doesn't even know what those things are, because we've been under that outside control force for so long. And so what we can do right now to help ourselves and help all of our fellow humans is to turn away from it and begin to put the attention on ourselves and the creation of what those dreams are that are inside of us, right? Those ideas, those ways of blessing our world and helping our world. So today we're going to do a meditation. It's called a 3-6-9 meditation. And that's taken from Tesla's work about understanding frequency. And so a 3-6-9 meditation is going to be, and we'll go through the meditations, but I'll kind of give you a backdrop of what it is. You're going to think of 3 things that you really want to create. So 3 things that either your heart has laid on, has been laid on your heart or in your mind, or 3 things you just want to create in your world. And then we're going to write each of those 3 things 6 times. So there's the 3 and the 6. And then the 9 is we're going to hold the vision of its completion and how we feel for 9 seconds. So that's the 3-6-9. It's a lovely way to plant your seeds. And since we're in this portal and it hasn't closed yet, we're still in the portal. Let's plant our seeds, and then with the superpower and the energy of this moon that is with us, let us continue to cleanse our thoughts, cleanse our past, cleanse our whatever it is we need to cleanse. Let's do that too. And utilize the energies of this time to move us into the world we're creating. This is a new age. And the deal is when you're creating something new, something old must die. Have you ever thought about that, Daiga?
Yeah. Yeah.
Creating something new, something
this
old.
Saying, when God closes one door, he somewhere opens window.
That's correct. And that's very true. I've had doors closed, but if I sit and I mope about that closed door, if I'm angry about that closed door, if I'm angry with the person who closed that door or whatever closed the door, then my whole energy is on the closed door, right? So then what is required of us is to go, okay, that's a closed door, let go. Where's my window? Where's my window now? Mm-hmm. Right? And look for the window, begin to look for the openings, and they're there. They're all there. All right. You want to do the meditation?
Okay.
Or do you have any questions first?
No, I don't have questions. I think
you okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody, let's get your feet on the floor. Uncross everything. Let be a full open circuit of energy. Feel the floor where your feet are. If your feet are in shoes, feel the bottom of the shoes. And this way, we're just coming present to ourselves fully and completely. And as you're feeling into your feet, feel the energy that's there. It's just not feet on a floor. There's energy there. And just take a moment and honor that. Experience that. And I invite you to take a breath into your feet, waking them up more. Take a breath in, bring it to your feet. And hold it at the bottom of your feet. And gather up any energy that wants to be released and let go from your feet, and just breathe that out. And just notice if anything's changed or your awareness has changed. It really is about awareness. And now we're going to take another beautiful breath in, and we're going to wake up our body. So imagine that what we're breathing in is life essence itself. It's all around you. It's imbued in the air you're breathing, and the trees are breathing out their oxygen. They're offering that beautiful oxygen to you, and that's filled in the air you're about to breathe. And in the air are beautiful energies that are in the air. I want you to take and breathe that in. And as you breathe it in, allow it to inform all your cells that this is what you're breathing in. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to breathe in life essence. Breathe it in. And allow that breath to just touch every cell of your being and hold it there. Life essence on board. And breathe out anything that needs to be released and let go. We're going to take another one of those life essence breaths in. Remember to take it fully in, breathe it as deep as possible. Beautiful life essence all around us, God's life, eternal life. Breathe that in. Notice where it lands and breathe into it a little bit more, expanding that breath, waking up every cell of your body with that breath, and release and let go all toxicity, all lower densities. Just let it go. And then just find your own natural rhythm of breath. And if you find that there's something coming up, take a breath into it and hold it there and just release it. So it'd be a breath in, hold it, and release. So we do that with anything that's coming up, that those emotions, that deep emotional energy that may be coming up, any doubts or fears that are coming up. Allow them to come up, invite them forward, ask them, what's keeping me from? Just bring it forward, take a breath into it, hold it there and release it. And that way, what we're doing is acknowledging it. We are not pushing it away. And then we can breathe in what it is we really want to experience. So as you are in this place of being connected to your body with your breath, I invite you now to just turn on your entire chakra system. And in this group, we've been doing that. So you can just say, ignite chakra system, all of you. Just ignite. I like to clap, just awaken, so that from your root chakra to your crown chakra is totally turned on. Everything's good. Everything's spinning in the right directions. Everything's clear. And just settle into that. Your root. Feel into that root chakra. Feel into the sacral chakra. Feel into the solar plexus, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, and to the crown. Just feel it into your inner body. This is your frequency. And if you notice anything out of alignment, breathe into it, ignite it. You have the power. It's your energy field. No one else has control over this but you. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our attention to the earth chakra, which is about a foot below our feet. So imagine a beautiful, I like to envision it as like an earth star. And this chakra, this earth chakra, we're fully connected to that. Allow your connection to be true and good and stable. We're incarnated into physical existence, and so this must be good. We are here for an experience and a purpose. So let's fully allow ourselves to be connected to this earth realm, this three-dimensional realm. We're here. Let's be here fully. Take a breath in. And let it out. The next we're going to do is connect to our 13th chakra of unconditional love. You don't have to turn this one on. You don't even have to visualize it if you don't want to, but I love to. It is high frequency of divine, feminine, unconditional love. Imagine, just imagine what unconditional love looks like and feels like. If you were loved unconditionally for all your errors, for all your flaws, for all your mistakes, for all the things you did, for all the things you didn't do, that you're loved anyway. Take a breath in. And release and let go any doubt. Release and let that go. So from this frequency of being connected to our bodies, connected to our expression of life in this realm on the earth, connected to unconditional love, in this place, now move to your heart and ask yourself, inform yourself, I'm going to be choosing 3 things, 3 affirmations, 3 desires of my heart. Just move to your heart area and choose one. And if you have a pen and paper, write it down. And write it down in the form of an affirmation, as though it has already occurred. So an example may be if you are, let's say, wanting more income in your life, begin to think about what would it look like if I had all I needed, if my life was sufficient, if I had plenty. How would you feel? How would your body feel? How would your mind feel? I have all I need and more. And when I write an affirmation, I always give thanks. I am so grateful. I am so grateful, and feel into the gratitude of this first desire. Feel into that. And so with this first desire of your heart, if you haven't written it down 3 times, speak it out loud 3 times. So give your affirmation some charge with repeating it 6 times. And I'll give you a moment to do that. Don't forget to breathe. Now imagine this desire of your heart being totally manifest. You're on the other side of this, and you look at all that you got to do between the original thought and the manifestation. Be on the other side of it now. Feel into what it feels like to have, be, and do your heart's desire. And we're going to hold that for 9 seconds. Imagine yourself in that experience. Take a deep breath in. And release it. And it is done. And just feel gratitude. Feel gratitude. Now we're going to go back and we're going to get a second heart's desire. What do you really want in your life? Maybe it's healing. Maybe it's maybe it's to know your purpose fully. Maybe if you are humanitarian, it's your humanitarian project complete. So take that new heart's desire and think of an affirmation that can go with it. Again, I always preface mine by, I am so grateful. And when you have your affirmation, repeat it 6 times. Remember to breathe. Now imagine yourself, this has already come to fruition. You are on the other side of your affirmation. You see that your affirmation has been made manifest. How are you feeling on the other side? What does that feel like to have this experience of your heart's desire made manifest? What does your world look like? What's your body feeling like? Gather all that up, visualizing yourself on the other side of it. And we're going to take a deep breath in and hold it for 9 seconds and continue to just sit in the manifestation feeling. Take a deep breath. And let the breath go, giving thanks that it is done, it is created. And just feel into that gratitude. Go back to your heart. And this is your last. Well, you can continue on after this meditation, but for this meditation, this is your last affirmation. What in your heart would you like to be, do, or have, create. What is calling you? And when you have that, either write it down 6 times or repeat it out loud to yourself or even in your head. Doesn't matter. Out loud is good because you got the energy of your voice speaking it. And take a few moments to be present to this new affirmation. Now, with your affirmation, imagine what your experience will be when this affirmation has been made manifest. Imagine how you're going to feel. Imagine what your life looks like with this desire of your heart made manifest. Imagine what your body feels like. We're going to take a deep breath in, hold it for 9 seconds as you visualize yourself with this affirmation made manifest. Take a deep breath in. Bring the image and all the feelings around it in. Hold it. And release the breath. Giving thanks for the manifestation. Move into your heart. Being in gratitude for this time together. Being in gratitude for the desires of our heart to be made manifest. Giving thanks that all things that have blocked our way are released and let go as we so courageously look at any of the negatives in our lives, and we're so brave to do all the shadow work and breathe into the shadows and bring out the light. I'm so grateful for this opportunity that we have been given to be placed here upon this planet at this time, to visualize the new future, to visualize new consciousness, to release and let go all those things that have hindered and bothered us, and release all that and allow ourselves to move into the expression as creators, for you are. Conscious creators, we are. Yes, we are. No longer holding on to unconscious creation. We now move into conscious creation. And I'm so grateful for that. Grateful for this cosmic experience we're in right now, this portal event we are still in. We're so grateful that we are being lifted up in our frequency and our vibration to be conscious of love, for we are connected always to unconditional love. I give thanks that we remember that. And for this day and for this time and for this energy that we have put into this transformation, I give thanks. Take a deep breath in. In that gratitude, feel your feet on the floor. Bring your energy back to your body. With all that energy intact of your heart's desires already complete, bring that back in. Let that settle into the muscles and fibers of your being, into the bones of your being. And when you open your eyes, choose to look through your eyes as it's already complete and done. And it is so. Amen.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, Source.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. And that's a meditation you can use anytime. So I hope you and your listeners take advantage of that and use those energies. You can use them without the portal. The portal's just given us a lift
Extra.
up. Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything else for today you want to tell our viewers?
Do the work. This is the work.
Yeah. Do the work. That's exactly how it is. As we're going through ascension, we have to do the work, because without that, nothing will happen. So
We'll just stay in the same place we've always been. But
yeah. And even I think without work, if you don't want to do your inner work, you're not even staying anymore in same place. You going different direction, like going down, because everybody is going up. Everybody who does the work at the moment is ascending and start using inner intuition and so many new things. Yes, if I even been told a year ago that I will be automatically writing and getting answers, yes, that's I won't believe it that it's actually possible. Yeah. But now I'm doing myself on a regular basis, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely different feeling about yourself, how you're changing. And I do hope our viewers, together with you, with your help, is changing, and we manage to keep them, helping them move forwards.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why we're here. We're doing our purpose work. We agreed to do this work and help others. And so here we are doing what, and I'm joyous in it. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for meeting you. To actually, universe decided to put us together, and we managed to help people together. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, universe. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
And thank you, Morganne, for your time sharing with us. And see you next week.
See you next week.
And from our hearts to yours, thank you very much for watching us, and see you next week.